Hello, it's Mike here again. I've got another recipe for you today. I'm going to make like a curry sauce, like a base sauce. So you can add whatever you want to this. You can have chicken, beef. You can do it. You can have vegetables. It's going to be vegan. So if you just want to add veg to it, that's fine. So essentially, like this is it's got like a curry gravy essentially. So I'm going to sort of sweat off some onion, tomato. I've got peppers, chili, ginger, garlic, stock, some herbs. I've got parsley. I've got some coriander as well, actually, to add to that. With some coconut milk, a little bit of water. So it's really, really easy. You can make this, batch it up, and freeze it. So I make this sauce. It's going to be like a blended sauce. I'll make that up, and then add some. I've got some chicken to add to it later. But again, like I say, you can add. Like you can just add some veggies, you add some beef to it. It's nice, but yeah, whatever you fancy. So I'm just going to sort of chop this up, and we'll get over to the stove. Okay, so I've just put my pan on, just sort of a lowish heat. It doesn't have to be too high. A bit of oil. I'm just going to just let that sweat for probably 5 minutes or so, just slowly stirring it every so often, just to I just want to get the flavours going in the get the flavours out of the onion, the pepper, the garlic. Then I'll just start to add the other bits as we go. Let that simmer, blend it, and you've got your curry sauce. So I'll whiz through this. Like I say, I'll just be 5 minutes or so. Okay, so that's about 5 minutes of that just sweating down. You got that sort of familiar smell coming from it now, the onions, the garlic, and now it's time to start getting the flavours into it. So I'm going to start with some chilli. Add, use fresh. I haven't got any fresh. I've just got this out of the fridge. This sort of chopped chilli. But add as much or as little of this stuff as you want. So about a spoon of that. So about one chilli. Will make like a nice sort of all-round curry. You can have it a bit hot, so you can leave it out if you don't like the spice. There's a little bit of spice in the curry powder, so you can just leave that out completely. Spoon of ginger. I quite like the ginger, so I'm going to go a spoon and a half of that. The curry powder. Again, like just probably 2 tablespoons of curry powder for this amount. Get that mixed and start to smell like a curry now, I can start to take a bit of shape. So we've got that. I'm going to put the tomatoes in, so I've just sort of roughly chopped the tomato. Use a tin if you want to. It's fine, I've got these in the fridge to use, so fresh is usually better, but a good tin of tomatoes will be fine in there. Just put that back in. So just get it all incorporated, all sort of mixed up. Get the herbs in. So there we go. Coriander, parsley work ideally for this sauce. So just getting a bit of heat through there now. Just going to give it a minute just to sort of get it together. And then I've got a stock cube. Here you can obviously make your stock if you want to, or you can just use water, if you don't want to use chicken stock, or use veg stock if you want to, or just use water. It's up to you. I quite like these chicken stock cubes. They give it's like a more of a seasoning than a stock I find, but they work quite well, so they just dissolve into that. So we've got a tin of coconut milk, so all of that in. Okay, just stir it all through. You can start to see now, can't you? It's the the curry sauce that we're looking for. That's the sort of colour and the flavours out of all of this veg. If you add about half a pepper there, you could put more in, put less in. If it is up to you. Once you've made this once or twice, you'll really get a feel for what works and what doesn't. Everyone likes their curry a bit different, which is why it's really nice to make this curry gravy. Just like you've got it in the fridge, you've got it in the freezer, finish it off later. So like I said, I've got chicken thighs I'm going to have with it. I'm going to put some broccoli in when I cook it with my thighs. But you can get like a load of little veg through it. You get some broccoli, aubergine, courgette, sugar snaps, baby corn, anything like that. It's going to work beautifully with this curry. So there we go. I'm just going to bring that to the boil a bit. I've got, I've just boiled the kettle. I'm just going to put a bit of. So we're gonna. It can be quite thin because we're going to puree it. So you know, it'll thicken up, and obviously I'm going to reduce it as it cooks. So I haven't seasoned it yet. Otherwise, let's get a bit of salt in there. We'll put some pepper in as well. There we go. So bring that to the boil, simmer it. If you want to like get it done quickly, you can just like rapidly boil it and have it in about 10 minutes. I want to leave this ticking over for, I don't know, at least half an hour. I think I just want to. I'm going to bring it up. I've got the temperature quite high. I'm going to bring it up to the boil. I'm going to reduce it and just leave it ticking over. I'm just get, you know, you can get on with other things. There's enough curry sauce here to last like a good few dishes as well. So let's say get some tubs or what have you, and get it in the fridge, the freezer. It'll last 2 or 3 days in the fridge, and then in the freezer for, I don't know, 3-6 months I suppose. So yeah, so I'll bring it up, we'll give it a simmer, and then we'll come back. Right, okay, we're about sort of 45 minutes I think since I started simmering this. I'm gonna blend it now. If you leave it to cook longer, the flavours they'll change all the time really, but it's, you know, and they'll sort of develop. But I've just had a taste of this and it's about where I want it. So yeah, just going to give it a quick blend. Okay, I've just blended the sauce now. So you can see it's quite thin. When you cook it with your meat, it will reduce just naturally anyway. So you know, if meat or veggies, if you can sweat them off in a pan, add a couple of ladles of this curry sauce, and it will just sort of reduce and thicken. Anyway, so this is perfectly fine. You can sort of adjust this, like I said earlier. You can have it hotter or milder. You can put you know, like get some ground almonds in there, some cream, some mango chutney. You're sort of on the way to a korma a bit. If you want to, you know, like again, if you want to spice it up, then you could get like get your pan going, get another pan going, get some onions, sweat it through with some chilli and some cardamom, cumin type flavours. Get your meat in, and then a couple of ladles of this. It's going to change it again. So this is a real good base for your curry. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you got any questions, let me know, and I'll see you next time.